Michelle Filipenko, and today we have Scott Rockins. So hi, Scott.
Hi, Michelle.
Thanks.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you too. So we're here talking about mortgages and looking at the ways that mortgages can be used to help build wealth, and different strategies that you can use to leverage what you have in your home for various reasons that you want to save money and invest and that kind of thing. So how can working with a mortgage broker like yourself, Scott, be beneficial to someone who's looking to use their mortgage as a way to invest?
Okay. Well, Michelle, there's a few key points here, and these are benefits of using a broker in almost any situation, but they're specifically important here. So if you're borrowing to invest in the market, then you need to be really interest rate sensitive.
Right.
And working with a mortgage broker, although it has many in general benefits, one of those benefits is that we can shop your mortgage around to lots and lots of different financial institutions and find a mortgage that's quite often the best interest rate in the market.
Right.
is one reason people use us, but also just that suits their needs, that may have other features that are really specifically tailored to what they're doing.
Right. So
So-
you're not limited in your ability to find a good rate for.
That's right,
people that have
or my
rates.
ability to approve something. So
Okay.
if I, for example, when I used to work with the Scotiabank, I had to abide by the Scotiabank's rules,
Right.
and if my client didn't fit those rules, and I couldn't get an exception to that, I would have I couldn't help the client do what they wanted to do,
Right.
and then they would inevitably have to go find some help somewhere else.
Right.
So as a mortgage broker, when that happens, you immediately switch gears and go talk to a different lender,
Right.
right?
So you can really work in the best interests of your client.
Absolutely, and you don't work for the bank; you work for your clients, and you get the banks really competing for your client's business. So
Definitely.
that's a key benefit of using a mortgage broker in any situation.
For sure.
But when we're talking about investing, really the important thing is that there's really like hundreds of mortgage products in Canada, and as a mortgage broker, you become an expert at all these different products, and different clients need different products, and different investment scenarios, I would say,
Right.
need different products as well.
Definitely.
So it's really an easy thing as a mortgage broker to make the time to go sit down with the client's planner and talk about, okay, well, what is their strategy,
Right.
right? And how can we set up a loan that's going to suit their strategy? So if they want to if they're investing in something that provides income, say, maybe they want to use the income to reduce their debt. Well, we need to make sure their mortgage allows that.
Right.
Right? Of course, the rate is really the biggest thing, I think, but there's all these other little details that you want to try and tailor to your strategy.
Right. So like you were saying earlier, it's a good idea to sit down with a mortgage broker like yourself. And what was an accountant, you said?
Accountant's always good, because if you're trying to create a tax-deductible strategy, then you have to have an accountant.
And
So,
and your advisor as well.
Yeah.
And determine what exactly are you gonna do with that money that you're gonna leverage out, right? So again, there's even from an investing side, there's if you're say saving for retirement, or you're just putting some money away to save. You can invest in things like segregated funds and mutual funds. And again, those are a variety of options that you can sit down with your advisor and talk about.
Yeah. And so really, you can create a team that's going to help you with your leveraging strategy, right? And I think maybe the last thing, a lot of people will use a leveraging strategy with their financial institution.
Right.
And most of the representative at these financial institutions, although this changes over time, they'll deal with your mortgage and they will deal with your investments as well. And I think there's a benefit here for using a planner and a broker, is that I specialize in mortgages.
Right.
I actually am not licensed to talk to you about mutual funds and segregated funds and things like that. So
Right.
I'm going to work with your planner, who's an expert on those things.
Right.
And so you've got experts in each field. And we don't work for the specific institutions that, for example, if I'm working at your bank and I'm selling you mortgage, but I'm also selling you the investments that you buy from leveraging out of that mortgage,
Right.
well, I have an incentive to to do that, to sell you on those investments,
Right.
so that I can sell you on that mortgage.
Right.
Now, there are ways that they manage this so that it's not illegal or anything like that. It's totally above board, but you've got one person stretching themselves over two topics,
Right.
rather than specific experts in each topic, right? And I think that's really another primary benefit for either of our services.
Right.
Really, you
So
know.
because you're doing mortgages, you have the latest, the knowledge, and you kind of surrounded by mortgages. And then again,
Yeah.
like an advisor, you be talking to people about that all day. And so when you sit down, you're talking to someone who really knows about that area. They specialize in that area, and as well, it's beneficial for you to work in your client's best interest. Really.
Absolutely.
So,
It's the lifeblood of my business, really.
definitely.
Yeah. So use experts in each field. Build a team of experts, and I think that's no different in this situation. So I think those are really the primary benefits of working with a broker, as opposed to working with your financial institution. We can shop your mortgage around, get people competing for your business. We're an expert just on mortgages, and so we're usually we say we eat, breathe, and sleep this stuff because we do. We're not sleep, as the case may be. So, at any rate.
Well, there you go. There's someone who's willing to work hard for you.
Yeah.
So what are some things that you would bring to the table when you meet with your clients?
Well, specifically, myself as a mortgage broker, I do have a background in finances in general from when I worked at a bank. And so I do understand a lot of these different strategies well. Although I'm not an expert on them, I wouldn't say, because I don't spend all my time with them. So that's one thing, is that I do have a good understanding of how financial institutions work and why they do the things they do. And so in the end, your checking account's always at the bank, and I can give you a little guidance that way as to your regular banking and investing strategies. The other things, I think, and these are really to do with me personally, are just that I really enjoy teaching people about mortgages. And if you want to learn more about how your mortgage works, then I'm very, very happy to take the time to teach you. And I try and put lots of information through my blog and Facebook and emails about those things. So whether you're working with me right now or down the road, I can provide that information for you.
Yeah.
I enjoy teaching, so that is a real benefit of using me as a mortgage broker. And I'll work very hard for you. That's the bottom line.
Definitely.
So,
Well, there you have it. So you can check out more about Scott online. We've got some great resources, like you mentioned.
Well, thanks for having me
checked
today.
them out. Yeah. So thanks for being here,
Hey.
and it's great to talk to you.
Yeah. Thanks for watching our video.
Bye.